Hey guys, Infidel 1258 here. It is time for some more grinding, but this video we're going to do some AMA conversation also. For those of you who want to enjoy the gameplay and the analysis, we're going to offer that, but also I want to simultaneously discuss some of the most recent AMA from yesterday, August 27th. There's some amazing stuff in the first half an hour. That's all I've really watched because I try and take detailed notes and understand and consider what might be going on there. So we're going to talk about that while gameplay is unfolding at times when we just have a natural opportunity to do so. But again, guys, this is my name is Dwayne Cunningham. This is Infidel 1258 on the main account and DE Cunningham on the second account. We play Splinterlands daily, and we've been doing so for almost 3 years, and I've earned hundreds, literally over $100,000 playing this game. And collecting the cards that they give me for free. And I think you can do the same thing too. It's going to take you a while. It doesn't happen overnight, but I invite you to stick around with the channel because I'm going to be able to give you some tips and tricks that are going to help you climb further, farther, faster, and just maximize those returns that you're going to be receiving from this game that rewards you for your time and attention. Without further ado, we're going to get into the battle here. This is me on the bottom with the blue squad versus a white team over here at the Tyrus. I'm going to say I'm in trouble because of the sneak attack on my enemy's team, but having said that, my magic is going to kill his front line pretty fast, and then who knows? Because I got the shield on the back end too, so we'll see. I wish I had more hit points in my fifth position here. Seaweed's only got 4 hit points. He's going to get blast damaged from the back, and he's going to die probably before he even fires. So that sucks. But while that's unfolding a little, I wanted to let you know that I watched the AMA, first half an hour anyways, and it's just so full of stuff that I needed to stop there and just come do this video. The first thing that I want to mention is that they reiterated their desperation for finding customer service team. They are hiring people for customer service, and they are paying money to people who like this game and want to offer tips to individuals who are calling in and not calling in, who are emailing in complaints around this sale didn't go through or what's going on with this in the game. It's going to be largely be complaints, right? But it's interesting that they are opening the doors and giving opportunities for paid Splinterland related roles. So you can find that through Discord. You'll want to go onto Splinterland's Discord and just communicate with the team and see if they still need bodies. But as of yesterday, they mentioned in the video that they are continuing to hire, and that's one of their priorities, just getting more and more customer service people. Okay, so check that out if you're interested in it. And we're going to pop over here to my main account, get a team fired up here. The next thing I wanted to mention, while I suit up my team here, okay, low mana cap, trample, no magic. My enemy is slightly higher in rank but lower in power. He likes to do the Lord Arianthus, or the Lord of Darkness. Okay, I'm gonna. I'm tempted to go Llama and Orc Splitter. I had a gold level 10 flesh column. It went back. The rental expired. But this is a very devastating combo too. Enrage, Retaliate, 5 goes to like a crazy amount. The only difficulty with this is that if he throws the Lord of Darkness at me and he stuns me, that's his advantage, and I could lose because of that. My speed is higher than his, and when I go in rage, it's going to be interesting. So this is like a little cheese, like, you know what I mean? It's just, I'm throwing one monster at him. He could put 4 or 5 on a team if you wanted, but we're going to give it a shot. And then moving on with the AMA related stuff, they said that they talked about the new guild monsters. I don't know if you saw this, but there's a guild 2.0 release. It's like Guild Battles 2.0. So they're changing the complexity of how guild battles work. Guild battles are called brawls. Once you're in a guild, you can go into a brawl against another guild. The battles are they don't affect your rank position, but they're eventually, I guess now they're going to start giving you things like champion points, and you get certain rewards for yourself. Like you're personally going to benefit from participating and winning, but also your guild is going to benefit from your winning. And so there's this like new opportunity to earn with the game moving forward. And they're releasing guild characters, specific champions that are going to be playable in the guild brawls. You can find the images and the details online. We could do a separate video if that's something that really interests people. But I know a lot of you aren't in guilds, so maybe spending a bunch of time going down that road is not necessary. Let me know in the comments if we want to get into that. But some of the characters look amazing. They've got some of them have new abilities, and they look very powerful. And I look forward to personally using those in my guilds, and especially in the new one that we create and utilize as a team within our YouTube community. So lots more coming down on that, guys. See you on Sunday with regards to creating that guild. And one more thing on that issue with the new characters that are specifically champions for the guild brawls. The devs explained that they're going to add more utility to those monsters. Right now, they're only going to be playable in the brawls, but they're going to add more utility, whatever that means. I don't know if that means you'll be able to play them in ranked battles later, or if it means that they'll be able to be deployed on land, which is, if you don't know, land tokens are going to be farmable. They're going to produce resources, and you're going to need to attribute some of your monsters to that land to do that farming. And so maybe the champions that are brawl specific can be utilized in that way and enable some sort of buff. Time will tell, but it's good to hear the developers thinking about, these champions are great, but how can we, continue to expand the utility and the valuation on these things? That's been a focus of theirs, and it sounds like it's going to keep being a focus. As for this battle, I'm feeling confident because, well, mind you, pierce damage is pretty epic. Plus, he's got the Holy Shield. But there's a real possibility that I kill him. I'll hit him. He'll hit me first, I think. And then hopefully I retaliate. And then I hit him second. And I think I might kill him. I think I might go over 10 hit points here. Watch. 10 melee damage once I get amped, because I'm going Llama Last Stand. Let's see what happens with Llama Last Stand here. Oh, he's got that 1 armor. That's annoying. Retaliate. I'm doing 12 damage. Boom, dead. So you see the power of the Llama with the Orc Splitter? I don't see a lot of people doing this play. A lot of people try the Flesh Golem. Other people try the Gelatinous Cube, but look at the power of this thing. I had what, 12 or 13 hit points. I had 5 or 6 armor, and once you take damage, because of the enrage, I'm hitting at 12 with a 9 speed. The opportunity, a 9 speed, like we pointed out in a previous dodge video. If you have a speed of 1, there's an 80% chance you're going to miss me. So think of how many monsters that just are pretty much never going to hit my Orc Splitter in that context. So that's a nice win. 60 DEC. Still not in champion, but we'll make it there today. I'm going to sign up for one more in there and there while we move on to the next question. This was big. In the first half an hour, Matt, who is the lead developer and the co-founder of the game, mentioned Dark Energy Crystals twice, and he said that we need to rethink through, recalculate, readdress how DEC prices work in the game. As I've explained before, DEC is supposed to be pegged. They've always intended it to be pegged around 1,000 DEC equals $1 US. Currently, it's more like $7 for 1,000 DEC. And this is having all kinds of ramifications, implications for things like card packs and monster values and burn rates and on and on. And they talked about it twice in the first half an hour that they want to readdress this. They didn't say what that means exactly, but that's probably good news for people who are interested in Chaos Legion packs, because if they readdress the valuation of DEC or how they accept DEC for packs, that might mean that, you know, people who have a lot of DEC are going to be able to utilize that to buy packs. As it stands, it would cost about $15 to buy a $2 pack from Splinterlands. So you're not going to want to use DEC unless they tweak that in some way. And like I said, it sounds like they're gonna. Got to quickly get my team in here before I run out of time. That's a okay team. I don't love it, but we'll give it a shot. And while that's loading up, I'm going to peek over here, submit my champion level team. So Slow Wind goes first, and Fog of War. I need to win my fire quest, but the problem is my summoner is Pyre, which gives speed, which ultimately, like, immediately gives me a disadvantage because, like we said, reverse speed is in effect. I'm going to make my guys faster, giving myself a 10% reduction in likelihood of hitting. I don't like that. Then again, I could use magic, and then I'm just not going to miss. So why don't we go Pyre? Because it'll help my daily quest, and then we'll do magic. We'll focus on magic, because then they're going to hit. So look at that, all magic related. And then I probably need to put in... See, I'm tempted to throw in Alum Cambio because he's got the hit points, but you know his speed is 6 and it's going to be 7 with Pyre, and that's going to mean that he's going to be detrimented by this reverse speed situation here. So as a result, I'm going to just try Gelatinous Cube, and actually I'm going to throw in the Almo on the second spot for Meat Shield. Okay. I'm interested to see how well Almo dodges the magic attacks here, because he does have the phase, which means he can dodge magic, but his speed is going to be 7 because of his speed and my summoner. So in the reverse speed gameplay, that should mean he has really bad likelihood to dodge. Like it's as if he was, you know, it's the opposite. So 1 is best in this game mode. So I want to watch this one. Right off the bat, I get my heal canceled, which is not good. Lord Aranthus bouncing back the magic is quite annoying, but at least it's dead now. So right there, we didn't dodge. At least we're reflecting, I guess. Didn't dodge. It'd be nice if we at least dodged one of these attacks. Didn't dodge. No, didn't dodge. I'm just gonna pause here for a sec because I hear my dog in the background. Okay, I'm back. Oh, so see what I meant, or what I said turned out to be true. His speed was too high for him to avoid any of these other attackers. He didn't dodge once, but at least he repelled some of their damage back at them. I think I'm gonna lose, but no, I'm definitely gonna lose. But then again, my last stand could... No, we need to kill one of these guys before... Maybe... Efreet's going to go last stand here. That could be huge. But no. Oh, that's really big that I killed that guy right there. I could still pull this out, maybe. Last stand. Nuke him. Yeah, dude. Efreet for the win. Guys, I've told you about this card. I keep saying it's one of those underrated ones. And I was talking about it when the price was lower too. Keep your eye, if you're interested in succeeding in the new league when it's focused on those new cards, give that card a real long look and give it some, try and pick up copies for cheap, through bids and whatnot. Okay. So, oh crap, I gotta go back over here. Now, before we press play on this battle, we're going to see if I'm going to read my notes on the AMA and get into another topic here. Okay, so they talked more about the Chaos Legion presale, and they talked about how that's going to be the number of packs available during the presale is going to be limited per day. And they further explained that you're going to need a token for every pack that you buy. So you're going to need 2 cryptocurrencies to buy packs during the presale. The first is going to be, the payment, like Dark Energy Crystals, possibly SPS, whatever you're paying with. And the second is going to be these tokens that are presale tokens. And this is a new currency they're going to create specifically for presales. And this will be the first time they do that, but the presale tokens will be useful at future presales also. And you're going to get these presale tokens by staking SPS. You will not get presale tokens if you don't stake SPS. And how many SPS do you need to stake? Everyone wants to know. It's going to be this scale where, it's not how many tokens, it's how many do you stake in relation to everyone else who's staking. And if there's only, you're going to receive a proportional number of the total available presale tokens per day based on your proportional level of SPS staked per day. That's as clear as I can make that. And it's going to maybe need to be seen to, more clearly understand. But really, you're only getting proportional payment based on your proportional stake. That's the best way to say it. And if that's confusing, let me know in the comments. But it's not going to be as simple as stake 2 SPS, get 1 token. It's going to depend on how many tokens are staked in the first place, and then how do you rank in comparison. And interestingly enough, those tokens are going to be just tradable. So you can trade, buy, sell the SPS or the presale tokens. And so imagine that you're staking SPS, like I am. You're going to now start receiving these tradable presale tokens. That's another currency I'm going to be being paid with, because it's going to have a value on the free market. You can trade them. You'll be able to trade them on Hive Engine or Steam Engine. And so what are those worth? I don't know. Anything that any dollar value assigned to them would be free money to me, because you know what I mean? So that's exciting, especially if you didn't want Chaos Legion packs in the first place. Then it's just essentially a card, another token you could sell on the market and maybe buy more SPS or DEC or whatever you're into. So let's watch this battle. So here, remember, monsters have no special abilities. I'm definitely in trouble because the meat shield provided by the Magnor is just too significant. I'm only doing 5 damage per turn. He's doing, 9. Maybe if I killed that Magnor right then and there, but as it stands, no, we're done. We're done here. Okay, let's queue up another battle on main account and over here on secondary. And we'll talk about another topic here. They confirmed that they're going to be doing an airdrop with the new packs. So what does that mean? It means that, okay, first of all, I'm going to mention this. With the equalizer rules of combat, I always pick black because I have so many low monsters, so many cheap monsters with low hearts that they're going to all be, their number of hearts are going to be maxed out. So, definitely that's the play. But having said that, the enrage means that all monsters with melee are going to get buffed, which makes me want to come back over here because I have a higher quid yath, meaning higher monster levels, and also piercing damage. Yeah, so Cerebus, he only has 5 hit points at level 1, which is really small, but he's going to get buffed up, so we're going to throw him in. And then we're going to throw in Cobalt, and we're going to throw in Sandworm. And I think we need to, if we had any other, oh yeah, definitely Serpentine Spy. With the 1 hit point moving up to like 9 hit points or something, how great is that? I think we want to do Efreet Elder again because he's going to get, we'll think about it. We want Kaladin because he's a strong monster. I've got lots of mana, and he's got the void, so he's a good secondary tank. And then let's see, maybe Efreet Elder, maybe Goblin Fire Mage. But again, remembering the Enrage ability only really helps, or helps melee monsters the most, is important to think about here in this context. I think I'm going to want to do this guy here. And then we'll put Kaladin on the back end. Is that the play? What does Kaladin have again? Kaladin has Void? No. We don't want to do that. We want our weakest monsters on the back. Serpentine is surprisingly the weakest in this build. So that'll be that. Go. Oh, and I got another squad over here. No. Come on, let me build the team. Let me build the team. Do. Oh, got it through, but I threw that team together. This is the trick about trying to run two screens. If this works, I'd be very surprised. He's got the Void. He canceled my heal, but I don't have a heal, so that's good. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to lose, but then again, maybe not. No, he's got the self-heal. Unless I just stun him to death. If I keep stunning, but he's got archery reflect, so I think he's just going to kill me by Corneliusing me to death. Unless we stun him again right here. We need to stun him right now. Yes, that's huge. And then I need one more stun. It has to be consecutive. No. Okay, good. If he had got a chance to heal there, he might have out-healed my damage and just magic reflected me to death. Cool. Okay, where were we? So they confirmed that there's going to be an airdrop. This is important because, in all previous booster pack releases, at least with Untamed and with Dice, there was airdrops. This was a new thing, I think, but they're confirming that they're going to do it with Chaos Legion and moving forward, which we expected, but that's a big, big deal because some of these cards are super valuable, like the Llama here, the Scarred Llama. Super expensive card, and that was given away to all people who bought Untamed packs. And so was, I think, Kaladin. And so these cards are extremely expensive. So was Kron. So some of the best cards in the game today were given away for free. Millions of dollars worth of value was given away, and it's going to happen again with the new airdrop. So that's confirmed. Let's watch this battle, and I'll read my notes and see what's next. Dog cast at the end of the season. Okay, so they talked more about the. I'm gonna lose, aren't I? I didn't put Buddy in the second position. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I built my team wrong. He's got better monsters. He's got the better summoner. This is a game over. But we're gonna watch it in case I'm wrong. That's a big kill. Okay. You know how they're planning to change the season rewards, and so that you need to maintain a certain rank at the very last moment of the season ending in order to receive those season rewards. Well, they specifically talked about that, and they said, we're aware that this new economy, this new way of playing, could impact. It's going to have other unintended consequences, and so they're open to perhaps changing that. But they want to take that. They're taking it into consideration, and they're saying that they're willing to review that in the future after they see it in effect. They know that some of us are really worried about what that's going to mean for rental costs and the whole rental economy because people are going to be desperate to rent power at the last moment. So it's good to see that they're taking that into consideration, but I think the long and the short of it is that they're going to give this new method a shot, and there's no plans to change it afterwards, but they are already hearing a lot of complaints, and they're willing to listen to those. And I know the video is frozen here, but it looks like we're going to lose this one. Sandworm went up to 20 hit points right before the battle froze. Yeah, we lost. 20 hit points was just too many. That last stand, we got lucky with misses there a lot of times, and we ended up losing because the last stand was just too powerful. Before we kick up another battle, I want to just hop right into the next AMA question because there's still 3 more topics I want to talk about, and two of them are huge. So rental costs, we just talked about rental costs at the end of the season, and the cost is spiking. They're definitely looking at that. Okay, so getting back into it, there are 2 more topics that I want to address, and we're going to continue to do the battles in the background here. Before we get into our second to last topic, which is SPS inflation, I was outnumbered here. I was forced to pick green. As you can see, I only have maybe you can't see, but I only have a level 1 green summoner, which means crappy level 1 monsters. And that's the tough part about playing in, silver, bronze, or renting a deck. You're not going to have every splinter ready to go. So, unfortunately, it looks like my enemy is in the same boat. This is a tough monster. I don't know. I'm going to need some retaliates to win here. Really would have been smart if I put my sneak attacker at the back end, but I didn't give myself I didn't expect to win this. And so, retaliate. That's pretty significant, that retaliate. I think I would have won for sure if I just put that sneak attacker on the back end, eh? As it stands, I'm probably going to win, though. Wow. I am going to win. Wow, that's surprising to me. Cool. And I'm just going to queue up another battle, and then we will get into SPS. Okay, so the other day, there was 20 million new SPS released into circulating supply. And so a comment during the AMA was, why is there suddenly 20 million more? And probably the question comes because the price in SPS dropped. If we pop over here to live coin watch, we can see that SPS, Splinter Shards, the price is down to 38 cents US, and it was above 40. I presume that the price fell because of the new supply that was released into the market. I don't know for sure, but that would make sense, wouldn't it? Like, there's more supply, the price goes down. Because the price is really a product of how much supply is on the market. The price per token, if there's too much on the market, then the price is going to go down. Plus, those 20. So where do those 20 million tokens come from? Where do they go? The AMA explained, Matt explained during the AMA that those 20 million were due to the private investors who did the pre-sale on SPS, and they get an installation of SPS every month, and they will for the foreseeable future. He didn't give an exact window of when that's going to go until, but he was clear that that's something that's not over yet, and so we can expect more of that. And he also pointed out that in the future we need to expect that there's going to be reward pools that are going to be launched, specifically SPS rank battle rewards. So there's going to be a whole pool that's going to be paid out daily for winning battles, specifically paid in SPS. That reward pool is going to increase the circulating supply of SPS, and that's going to impact the price because it is an amount of inflation. It's probably not going to be greater than current inflation because currently we're getting like 170% staking inflation, not to mention these private sale 20 million a month inflation, plus the airdrop inflation. So right now there's a lot of inflation on SPS, but in the future with the battles, I imagine it's going to be less. Either way, it's important for us to understand those considerations because it has implications for the value moving forward with SPS. Because if there's a lot more coins coming on the market, then the price is going to go down. But right now, it's probably the highest amount of inflation that's ever going to be. And as we move forward, it's going to reach a more stable price point. That would be my expectation. Okay, so let's fight this battle. And I did notice that the price on SPS is around 38 right now. It was around 36 this morning. And it was around 40 yesterday. So maybe that those new coins brought it down, and then we're already seeing people buy it up, it seems, because we're up 2 cents since this morning. I'm a huge fan of SPS, guys. I think that's obvious. But to me, it just looks like a slam dunk that thing's going to go much higher. And I say that because I believe in the game. If you didn't believe in the game, then you shouldn't buy the token. But I, for one, deeply believe in the game. And so I believe in the token. And there's one more big topic to address as we pop over to our main account and watch this battle. The last issue has to do with Chaos Legion again, and the economy around dark energy crystals. Okay, so this is a huge topic, and actually a big concern for a lot of people. You know how dark energy crystals are worth roughly 1,000 DEC equals about $7. That's brand new. And wow, we nuked that guy. Ooh, that's big. That's a big miss. That's a huge miss. Here we go. Trample. Oh, he's got the shields though. That's okay. Still, Trample's so powerful. And his sneak attackers can't even come at my Pixie because they're all forced to attack the Magnor. Yeah, we got this. Oh, and he misses. Right there, the Sandworm with the speed of 1 missed my Phineas Rage with the speed of 8. Math-wise, we know that because there's no dodge or flight on the Phineas Rage, and there's no blind back here on my other monsters, we know that I had 8, he had 1, so 8 minus 1 is 7. He had a 70% chance to miss that shot. That's pretty cool to know now, because the implications are really that you could plan your team in a way that would intentionally and almost certainly force them to miss. Pretty cool. So I actually have a clip queued up for this last topic on the AMA. But again, the issue is they're talking about Chaos Legion, the release. They're talking about the economy around paying for them, specifically dark energy crystals. And like we just said, DEC are currently around 1,000 DEC equals $7. And that's kind of broken when you understand that Splinterlands accepts them for $1. So, and you can't buy Chaos Legion packs from anybody but Splinterlands. They're going to be sold on the Splinterlands.com website, and you're going to have to go over in here into shop, and you're going to see the Chaos Legion name instead of the Untamed, and it's going to say, how many packs do you want to buy on the right hand side here, and it's going to give a blurb explaining the airdrops over here. And if you have to pay with DEC, which is currently the only way that they're accepting for potions, for instance, when you come over here to buy quest potions, that you guys well know, you can only pay with DEC. So if they do the same thing with packs, you're going to have to spend, and if they sell the packs for the 2,000 DEC that they've always sold packs for, what's that going to mean for price? That's $14 or $15 US a pack, which I'm bullish on packs, but that's crazy. And they know this. And so they talked about this specifically. There's a question that we're going to listen to in a minute, and it was a little bit complicated, but he was essentially asking, if DEC is worth this much, $7 to 1,000 DEC, and the new packs are going to be buyable with credits, then people are just going to buy the packs with credits, and they're going to burn the cards getting DEC back, because when you burn cards, you can literally burn cards. Maybe you guys don't know this, but when you go over to your own deck, go into your own deck of cards, and you click on a monster, there's an option to burn it, and that means delete it forever. So if I come over here and I select this Goblin Shaman, I can go How do I do that? I've never done it. Yeah, see, convert to dark energy crystals. I don't even want to press that button with a monster worth $75. So I'm just going to come over here and click on this guy who's worth 37 cents. Let's see what happens when we convert to dark energy crystals. This will convert one card into 10 dark energy crystals. Are you sure? I'm glad it gives me the option to say no. I don't want to do that. But imagine if packs, Chaos Legion packs are released and you can buy them for $2 using credits, and dark energy crystals are worth what they're worth now. You could theoretically get cards and just burn them for the DEC value using this automatic payout, which is available to anybody who owns a card. And so you could do it instantaneously. Buy the pack, open it, burn the valuable ones, getting more DEC back getting more US dollar value back because DEC is so expensive. That was the question. Like, why people are just going to triage this? You can't. Like, what do we do about this? And the answer was surprising to me because he talks not so much about credits and the problem with credits. He kind of points to they think DEC is a problem right now. Like they want to create a new solution. I don't know what that means. And he doesn't give a clear answer, but he says he did, again, like I said earlier, they point out once again, and we're going to listen to it, they're going to recalculate, readdress, and rethink through what DEC price is and how that works. Does that mean they're going to just forget the whole peg? I don't know. Let's find out. Let's listen to it together. I want to know what you guys think he's saying in the comments below. It is a longer clip, but it's a super important clip. And again, it's from the Splinterlands AMA that streamed 13 hours ago. The fact that this only has 285 views and that I get 500 views for like a video about gameplay, guys, you need to start following this. I know it's an hour, it's 2 hours. You're like, that's too long. I'd rather just not listen to it. If you're into this game, this is so important. If you just refuse and you don't if I don't see, this jumping up to 5,000 subs, I'm going to keep doing these AMA videos because I know that you need to hear this, and I'm trying to give you the Cole's notes. But I recommend you all just follow them and listen to this because get it straight from the horse's mouth, as they say. Okay, so we're going to press play, and Agrod's going to read the question. It's not on the screen right now, but again, the question is roughly, when Chaos Legion packs come out and there's this opportunity to burn cards. Like, what do you think about DEC and how are we going to solve this problem? Because the DEC price today is a problem. That's the question roughly. And then Matt's going to answer. Okay, so here we go.
With the dark energy crystal prices at around $7 per 1,000 dark energy crystals, the card values, particularly gold cards, are underpinned by the dark energy crystal burn value. If the price of DEC falls, it may impact a lot of cards' values. How are you going to protect the game's economy and those new players that have bought cards with the deck prices at $7 per 1,000? I'm worried if Chaos Legion comes out with credits pegged for $1 per 1,000 DEC, that the DEC price will fall through arbitrage plays and destroy all that new users' collection values.
Now, that's the end of the question, but I just want to reframe some of it so that it's crystal clear. When he says at the end there, if the credits are worth 1,000 to $1, people are going to use them to, and then he says something about an arbitrage play. What he means is, like I said, you could go in and buy packs with creds and then just burn the cards to get DEC, to then sell your DEC and then buy more credits and then just get, infinite number of packs, because the DEC is worth so much that you literally could get free packs and free cards because you're going to just sell the ones that have a high burn value and then reinvest and get new packs. Why would you do that? Because for every pack you buy, you're going to get an airdrop ticket. So you're you're buying free airdrop tickets. That he didn't say all of that, but that's built into that the framing of that question, where he mentions the arbitrage, quote unquote arbitrage play. Okay, so now listen to Matt's response and how he focuses on DEC being the problem and how we need to rethink how we price DEC.
Yeah, well, there's a couple of things here. So one, first of all, overall, we can't guarantee anything or really ultimately control anything about third-party market prices for DEC or cards or any of that. So it is always our goal that prices increase, but that's out of our control.
Standard disclaimer, right? He's just saying, like, if you're worried that the cost of the cards might drop later, don't buy them. We can't promise you they're going to go up. He's got to say that because that guy asked, how are you going to ensure that the prices go up? That's not something they're trying to do. They want the cards to go up because they want us to be excited about the game and they want more players, but they can't promise you that the cards are going to be more expensive tomorrow than today. So he's just got to say, like, that part of the question, we never promised you they're going to go up.
And it's something, players need to understand and consider when they're deciding whether or not to purchase different assets. With that being said, with Chaos Legion specifically, we are going to design the economy with the current Dark Energy Crystal price in mind. And I mentioned earlier that kind of everything...
We're going to design Chaos Legion with the current Dark Energy price in mind. That to me sounds like if Dark Energy Crystals are worth, if 1,000 is worth $7, they're going to accept $1 worth of Dark Energy Crystals. Like, they're going to accept the free market value. I think. You guys tell me what you just heard. That's what I heard. I want to go back and listen to that part one more time where we probably 10 seconds ago. 29. Maybe this is 7 seconds back.
To design the economy with the current Dark Energy Crystal price in mind. And I mentioned earlier,
we're going to design the economy with current price Dark Energy Crystal price in mind. Yeah, that sounds like they're going to accept DEC based on USD value established by the market. That's good news for us, especially if you're holding a lot of DEC, and a lot of DEC might be able to buy you a lot of packs instead of what we were thinking, which is that they're going to try and sustain that peg. Let's keep listening.
Earlier, that kind of everything with Dark Energy Crystals, is probably going to need to be rethought based on, the growth we've had overall and just how we're going to handle things going forward. So it's not going to be the case that I know some people were worried that Chaos Legion packs would be released and there'd be this arbitrage opportunity where you could buy packs, burn the cards, and sell the Dark Energy Crystals for a profit until the price drops down to some lower level. We're going to, obviously take that all into account when we're designing what are the costs per Chaos Legion packs, what are the burn rates for the cards, and all that stuff. And I don't know if you guys really.
So they specifically have thought about that possibility of burning the cards. They don't want that to happen. They're going to take that into consideration. I don't really know how they're going to play this. Like, they could. I think the most logical thing would be to just abandon the peg value, the stable coin aspect of DEC. I wonder if that's where they're going with this.
Realize how much is involved, but I have really big economy spreadsheets that have every different thing in the game, and everything we do. And that's why a lot of the stuff, like, with the quest potions recently, why didn't we just go adjust the Dark Energy Crystal prices? We made the change we did to fix what was a, critical issue as quickly as possible. But then I didn't want to just go and start adjusting prices before we really looked at its effect on the entire economy, which is going to take some time. But all I can say is, we're taking the Dark Energy Crystal price and potential future pricing into account for every new thing that we do.
Okay. Seems clear to me that they understand that the current price of DEC is problematic. And Matt said more than once in that statement that we're going to take in the current price of DEC. We understand that that's going to have implications for how people handle Chaos Legion. And we don't want them gimmicking it, essentially. They don't want them buying packs for cheap with credits and then burning cards for DEC because DEC are so expensive. And the only thing that comes to my mind for how they could really respond to that, well, they can't fight against the market with DEC. The price of DEC is going to go where it's going to go, and they can either choose to accept it at market value or they can keep doing their peg thing. the only simple solution I can imagine around this is if they just said, we can't sustain the peg right now. We're just going to let DEC be whatever price it is. That's my prediction with what they're saying here. They aren't crystal clear on that issue, but that seems to be the only real logical answer for how you could resolve and quote unquote rethink. They said they're going to rethink it. They said they got to, specifically earlier in the video, he said we need to recalculate and we need to think it through again, talking specifically about DEC price. And just here again, that tone of DEC is the problem was reiterated. He said it a couple times when he was talking about how we are aware of the potential arbitrage. We're not going to let that happen. He also said when we just changed the quest potions, we erased the credits ability to buy quest potions with credits. And he says that wasn't ideal. We wanted to deal. We know the real problem was DEC being so high, but that's a more complicated issue. And he says we need to look at all the facets before we take action on resolving that. So they're currently looking at all the aspects. He's got spreadsheets upon spreadsheets looking at all the potential implications for if we do this with DEC or that. But it seems the only real answer, the only quick thing would be if they did what I said, which is just forget the peg. And that would be great news, I think, for a lot of us some of you who have bought DEC to speculate. For others of you who have just, you have a bunch of DEC because you want to get the SPS airdrop, wouldn't it be great if they just forgot about this algorithmic inflation and then there would be less pressure pulling down your token that you're trying to hold, the DEC? But that could mean if they ignore that peg and they erase the algorithmic inflation, that could mean DEC, that could be a game changer for DEC, and it would just open the door to DEC one day, becoming far more expensive. Holy cow. I want to know more. I need to know more. And I want to listen to the next hour and a half of this thing because maybe they talk about it. I don't know. But I think we're going to need to wait a little bit because they probably don't give any more details in this video. Again, I haven't watched the last hour and a half of this, but I have to imagine he didn't give any specifics right then and there. So he probably doesn't give specifics in this video. He's probably waiting for more clarity from all, the analysis of those spreadsheets. But this is huge, huge news. Just the implication that they're rethinking DEC is so gigantic for Splinterlands players. And we're going to leave it there. That's my analysis of the first half an hour of this AMA. It was chocked full of important stuff for anybody who's into Splinterlands. And let me know in the comments below, guys, if you like what we did here, where we're doing the gameplay in the background. We're kind of being a little bit less attentive to that and trying to have this conversation around the AMA, but then maybe it makes the AMA more, exciting to watch because there's this gameplay footage. And when a great battle like that Efreet Elder wins and I get excited, we take a timeout from the, maybe quote unquote boring AMA, because that's what I keep hearing, that people think the AMA is so long, it's so boring. Maybe it's helpful to have these battles. You let me know. And as always, thank you for your time and attention. Tomorrow is Sunday. We're going live. We're going to do an hour-long live, and we're going to be giving away a bunch of things. We're creating a guild. We're going to sign up 24 people plus myself. Got to be there to be in it. If we have leftover spots, that'll be, you can join later. But I kind of think we're going to sign up 25 people tomorrow. Maybe I'm being optimistic, but I'm hoping that we're going to have, a lot of people in the live, and I'm hoping that we're going to be able to give away. I've got $200 worth of SPS that I'm going to be handing out. I've got 2 legendary cards I'm going to be handing out. I've got, I'm creating a guild with only 24 spots, and I know you guys want to get in guilds. I've got DEC to hand out. And if we get over 100 subs, and if we get over 100 people coming in to visit the live, that would, 1, blow my mind. But 2, I'm telling you now, we're going to increase those rewards that I just mentioned. So I'm planning on doing $200 worth of SPS. We'll do $400 worth of SPS if we can get over 100 people consecutively in the live. And we're doing it for an hour. It's not going to need to be there the whole time. That's my goal for you guys. If you can tell people, invite people, Share this news, get people excited about the channel. That's going to help the subs. That's going to help my returns in this game and with this channel. And then that's going to help me reward you guys. Because you've seen me do it. I'm in here all the time. I'm handing out DEC. I'm in the comments. I'm trying to grow the channel because I think of us as a community. Also, of course, I want to see my own personal success. So it really is, I succeed and we succeed. So let's strive for that. And I'm going to double the SBS rewards. We can give away $400 with SBS. I got a ton of SBS. Check this out. This is my SBS. Look at this little meter flying up. 22,000 SPS. There's 370 ready to claim in my staking. There's another 400 right there. So yeah, guys, let's do it. Let's break 100 live in the thing, and we're going to double the SPS rewards from 2 to 400. Okay, that's it for today. Long video. Appreciate your time and attention. Have an amazing day. And if you watched the video up until now, put a comment below. Efreed Elder. That was my favorite point in this video. That guy pulling me out the win on that game with the last stand. Okay, thanks guys. Bye for now.